doing pretty good. I went to Michael's today and got the most beautiful thread, and while I was driving home on Harmony Church Road, I was thinking of like a really funny bit where like I'm driving through on Harmony Church Road being like, "Oh yeah, those are the people, they got horses. Those are more horse people. Oh, and they're horse people. Like actually like they're centaurs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also government contractors."
Yep. That's how it works.
Yeah. I thought that was really funny.
Government horse people.
hmm That's just what's around here. People are like, "Yeah, I moved out here for the country. Also, I work for the government."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is all of Western Loudon.
hmm
Pretty much. I mean, like, what else could you get? All the property's so expensive out there.
hmm You either need to be a legacy resident or you have to work for the government.
Mm-hmm. For real.
For real, I say sadly.
That or, just be like a doctor.
I have a fart degree.
Fair, fair. Well, thank you, Caleb.
I'm saluting.
Very fair. I can't see that over Discord. I failed mind reading. I'm sorry.
That's why it's narrated.
You failed.
Keep up.
Mm.
Yeah, I reflexively did it because I'm in the middle of eating and then realized you can't see that.
Oh, you
So I have to
actually
say it.
did it. Oh, that makes it even worse
wait,
for
hold
you.
on. I thought when you said you're saluting, you didn't mean like actually physically.
Well, I said it a couple seconds after I actually did it, but I did it.
After.
I was muted because I have food.
Oh, you were muted, so we couldn't hear the salute.
What are you munching on? I'm munching on a turkey burger right now.
No, hold on. But on this salute thing, is this something that you do? It's like common for you to be like, "Oh shit, I forgot." You're not in front of
usually
me.
more with nodding and stuff, but
Oh, so it. Oh well, it just happened. Okay, well.
I just reflexively do stuff. I forget you people need words.
Just like reflexively, we play D&D at our Wonder on this night.
Bit early for the
That's
segue, isn't it?
reflexive. I feel like that's
It was forced.
on
You can wait.
purpose. But you know what wasn't on purpose? Gwen's transformation. There you go. Better segue. I love you, Shannon, so much.
I can't win every day.
No. Well, it's funny because Caleb. Why don't you give the recap?
I'll salute
Won't
you
even
back.
let me finish my meal. Fine. And I forget who asked, but it is chicken and dumplings.
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
I asked.
I'm gonna make soup.
Alright, once upon a time, we got our asses kicked by our robot best friend.
So true.
Yeah, Gwen very nearly killed us. Alfie and Anya were both taken down. Estrana should have been taken down, but Newton took the final blow for her because it was revealed that, actually, he lied about what his deal was. Let's see. We did kind of narrowly get through that fight. Anya has a weird entity that allowed her to return to the battlefield in exchange for endless more, whatever that is. She started drawing in like a lot of aether, but you know, the aether leaving her was rusty orange, which I'm sure is not a problem at all. Alfie also had some death visions, but the version of death they saw was like a giant black rabbit. That was interesting. They got some details about their illness, so that is always good. Let's see. Jericho spotted early on through Augury that Gwyn had a stone in her chest that we later found out was a breeze stone, and that we needed to remove that in order to stop her from trying to absolutely murder us. Gwen was also fighting back on the inside, but she was struggling
Just
I
a
was
little
very
bit.
bad at puzzles. Just a little
a little
bit.
bit.
Programming too strong.
Programming too strong.
Yeah, that was probably it.
Um, Piero ended up saving the day by climbing inside Gwyn to remove the breeze stone. He rolled great. He only needed to get above a 2, but he got like a 5. Um, Jericho ended up rebooting Gwyn and just kind of placing the breeze stone back inside her, and that brought her kind of back to normal. She got her synthetic flesh back. That's always good. Um, she went and revived Newton, thankfully, using up her revive power. We also got some brand new coats at the end of that combat that definitely made up for all the trauma that happened.
I'd also like to point out how much begging and pleading and technicalities I pulled out. That's all.
This is true.
Sure, Alfie went down, but my spirit did not.
You did go down later than you should have after arguing for the peace token.
No, I went down as I argued about the peace token. I instead of
Oh
using
shit,
the peace
that's
token
right.
for
That
voice
was
to
to
go down.
get Gwyn to deplete. My bad.
Correct.
It was a stressful fight for everybody involved.
Yes.
Very true. Very true. And at this point, we return to the battlefield after all has just ended. Newton brought back to life, but still with darker clouds on the horizon. Tattercoat Knights, what are you guys doing?
I think Anya will go ahead and go check on Alfie. Because Alfie was down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think I'm back up yet.
No.
Am I, Colin?
No, you're
Oh
not.
no.
And you're ice cold.
Oh god, oh fuck, oh shit, fuck.
Can I stabilize Alfie in any way?
You can go ahead and try and make a mental check, sure.
Okay. My mental is like slightly better. That's wrong.
Yep, those would be D2s.
Can't get above 4 with that, I don't think.
I got 1 success.
One.
Mm-hmm.
Can I give you some hero points?
How
Can I
many
come
hero-
help?
Could.
I have a bunch.
Okay, I'll
So I'll give you 2 rerolls.
thank you. They were for naught, but thank you.
Oh well, this is all that counts.
Mm-hmm.
You would be able to eventually get Alfie up at 0 health blocks, 0 stamina, and them being ice cold, like just kind of like barely rousing them.
We need help over here. Alfie's ice cold.
I'll walk
Oh, okay. I guess looking in Newton, I think as Strano probably still had like a vice grip on him like the entire time Gwen was doing her thing.
Yeah.
But she kind of catches herself now that he's up and kind of lets go of him.
Oh, he's got a vice grip on you.
Oh, okay.
It's a mutual vice grip.
That's fair.
Gwen is gonna kind of take a few steps towards Alfie, but hang back.
Newton, you want to come help me check on Alfie?
He'll just nod.
And I'll head over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess trying to um, place my hands on them, send some heat into them, whatever might get them even the slightest bit more comfortable.
Okay.
Remember, they have 0 health blocks and 0 stamina.
Yeah, that's why I said comfortable and not setting them on fire.
Big brain. Then you can get them a bit more comfortable, but Alfie, what would your cold be at this point?
6.
6, so then yes, it is. Alfie is pretty darn cold.
Thank you, Estrana. I don't feel well though.
Do you feel like you can stand up?
Do we have any health
I-
potions?
I do have some health potions, yes. I'll hand Alfie my 2 healing potions, which each do 10 stamina. Heals 10 stamina.
Oh, may I take one of them? Oh, yeah.
Before you do that, do we know if that would help? If they're physically capable of being healed?
They're capable of regaining stamina points through potions, but 3 or above on the cold, and they do not regain stamina or health blocks. Just naturally, but like magically, they can do so.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, go ahead. I just want to make sure we didn't just like lose those to nothing.
Gwyn,
Because I
are
have
you...
ingredients to make more potions.
Gwyn, are you still okay?
I think so. I hope so.
Okay,
I'm sorry, Alfie.
it's okay. I'm glad you're okay.
What?
Anya, can you try something? And can I pass Anya back the health potions and then also 1 ounce of sunfire resin?
Sure.
Can you mix these together?
I'm on it, and I'll summon my cauldron.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put the sunfire resin in there, and I'll go put the 2 health potions in to see what that gives me.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll a d10.
Okay. Ten.
10. Then, as you go ahead and mix everything together, you brew like this bubbling vat of this kind of like bright blue, like sky blue liquid, and then the cauldron's magic begins to create this glass potion jar around it until it's just sitting at the bottom of your potion.
I'll go ahead and pull it out of the cauldron, and can I tell what it does?
Yes. For this particular potion, for 1 minute, you gain stupidly good luck.
Well, I don't think it had the intended effect, but if you drink this, it should make you very, very lucky. For 1 minute.
Oh, great. Well, I guess we could try to set a forest fire and then I'll drink it and jump in. Please, that's a joke.
I don't think you should jump into anything right now, but I think if we just set them around you like we did before, that should be good.
Okay. I think that'll work, yeah. We can try.
I'll get to work with setting up some campfires then. around Alfie.
Okay. You
I
can.
will be trying to help as well.
Gotcha. So just little campfires?
Mm-hmm.
Well, are
Uh,
we doing that, or are we searching out trees?
Well, that's right, because the trees worked pretty good last time.
Sorry to be the number one cause of deforestation in the treebound or in the skybound lands.
I think we should look for some trees.
Maybe we need to plant a tree
Woo,
with every tree that we
ecoterrorism.
consume.
Who are we terrorizing?
The trees.
The
The Skybound lands?
environment.
We need to be a carbon neutral company, okay? We need to plant a tree with every tree we destroy.
I'm down for that. The more big trees that we take down, the more small trees we'll have to defend ourselves against this Grim below.
So true. See, this is tactical. Okay.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So then you guys will go ahead and clear a large portion of the nearby trees then?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotcha. Then, after contributing to the deforestation, there's pretty much no more trees around Fairfield at this point, as you kind of all begin to build them up. And are you setting them on fire and allowing Alfie to go ahead and consume the heat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. And Alfie, you're trying to get all that heat?
Every amount of heat that I possibly can. Yes.
Alright, roll 3d6 for me then.
Okay, will do. I really, really, really hope that I roll very high. Is this something that I may use hero points on if I don't do well?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. 8?
8. Then you would decrease your cold by 8.
Wonderful.
So you go to negative 2. As you kind of draw in the heat as all those great blazing fires go cold. By this point, sun is going down over the tillages. And as the stars are just beginning to peek out through the sky, you're actually able to see Jericho out kind of more to the west. Dark clouds have only grown and thickened as you see across the land like all the wheat is beginning to almost like fold in on itself. And you would also see these great caravans of people with wagons walking down the road and like these great trains past Fairfield, seemingly just making their way east.
um. Okay. Fleeing the direction of the clouds.
Correct.
All right. Gonna talk about that with everybody when we are gathered around the giant fire.
Well, at this point, the fires have mostly been consumed. It's just your small campfires that remain.
Okay. Okay. Are we all in agreement thinking that that pointing towards the clouds is because of the knife?
Oh, I think so. It happened, it kind of materialized pretty soon after, pretty immediately after we gave the knife.
Suppose it is possible.
I think it's likely either that or um, maybe if something's happened to the gibbet. I mean, obviously something has, but something worse, maybe.
Maybe. Do we pay another visit to Granny Cracklebones?
I mean, that was our plan. We need to get that. We need to get that lead.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it, but with that dagger as powerful as it is, are we really equipped to fight against her right now?
Do you want to wait for her to get more powerful and more adept with the dagger, though?
No.
So we might want to nip this in the bud as quickly as we can, I suppose.
I agree. I think it's something we need to deal with, but uh, we Alfie's in a bad spot. He's at least going to get a couple days to recover. Gwen, are you what? What? What?
I don't know. I don't know. I have some new memories. I know now my name. It stands for General Warframe Yoking Nightmares. I don't know quite what that means for me. It's confusing. I thought I picked my own name, but no more updates, no more nothing. I don't know when we're being watched. I have a breeze stone.
Yeah, in your chest.
I wonder if you ever left or was from anywhere other than the Skybound Lands at all. Maybe memories were just planted in there.
Sure, what's mine and what isn't. Colin, is there anything else that I remembered, or just what my name means?
There's information in there. You can ask and see what you remember. There's a lot in your databanks.
What do I remember?
Ask something specific.
Do I remember how I was made?
You were made via the artificing prowess of your mother, your creator, Morgan, using special materials harvested from her trips to Shah Vaden in the aftermath of her daughter's death.
Where do I know now where I was before I was in the Skybound Lands?
Yes, you do. You were in your mother's workshop on the Titanic Ring, located in the county of Drenth. This workshop is just a few miles, kind of more to like the northeast of a place called Rensburg. It's kind of at the corner of the world, away from most things in Arderia. It was there where your mother installed the breeze stone, and with it had you open a portal to the Skybound Lands.
Do I know if that portal was how we all got here, or just me?
The specific target of your portal was Altheca Borealis.
Okay.
It just so happened that with only one breeze stone, the effect was scattered. You were attempting to pull Alfie to the Skybound Lands, and you pulled more. Or at the very least, something went wrong. Like,
Okay.
based on all the data that you had, at least right now in your memory banks that you can access, it should have been very easy to pull yourself and Alfie into the Skybound Lands. But others were intertwined as there was interference. This interference, to the best of your knowledge, caused a kind of blowback to you as, as you currently were. You were already expending a lot of power. It's like throwing a wrench in the engine of a Ferrari. It's not going to do very well.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you all crash landed, you were back with a bit more autonomy. That's not to say that you were like all your memories were fake. You have your memories of going off and at it alone and experiencing life. You don't think you were away from your mother for all of that time, though.
Okay.
You think that she probably checked in, worked on you here and there. But that is what you remember of that experience.
Gotcha. Do I remember why she wants Alfie?
All that you remember at this point is that Alfie's propensity for storing large amounts of heat and making things very cold is of particular interest to Morgan. And you remember something about like a great heat drain. You're not sure what that means, but your mother wants Alfie pretty badly.
Okay.
And wants Alfie here in the Skybound Lands.
Alright. In that case, I'll say to the group again, I can remember a few more things now. I know before I got here I was in one of my mother's labs, and I was the one who brought us all here. I used the Breeze Stone to open portals here, and it was in an attempt to bring me and Alfie here. And it got the rest of you, and it didn't quite work as intended on me. I think I was just supposed to bring Alfie here and get them the way that you all just saw me.
Why?
Entirely now? I know she wants you for some great heat sink. I don't know.
that's one mystery solved and several more confounded upon, I suppose.
I
How
do
do you,
have to ask, is it okay that I'm still here?
Of course.
Yes.
It was a little scary, I'll admit, but well, now we know how to stop it.
And, well, we know that it came from those upgrades, I presume.
Yes.
but
So maybe
how do we?
be wary of any new software things, be wary of that symbol.
Of course, no, no more of any of that. I can assure you of that.
How do we know you won't do that again, though? I, the program's already in you. Even if you don't update more, there's still what you already took. And I mean, some of us didn't survive the first time. I don't know if we can survive a second.
Well, I mean, I'm no artificer, but it seems like taking the Breestone in and out did a little bit of a reset. Allowed Gwyn to access some of her memories that she couldn't before.
Point.
But for all we know, that's a temporary fix.
That's right, that's all we know. But Gwyn is our friend, and if Gwyn says that she doesn't think it'll happen again as long as she doesn't accept any more upgrades, I will choose to trust her.
I don't know.
I was
I
gonna
think
say this
Estrana's
isn't.
right to be wary.
I was gonna say this isn't exactly a trust thing. None of us know how this works.
I know.
I mean, I can maybe see if I can open myself up, do some work around on the inside, see if I can figure out more about how I work. Maybe that could prevent something in the future, but I don't know. Yep. Are you okay if I stick around?
Just kind of like looks at you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. With that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, in the interest of not keeping secrets, I should tell you all what I saw when I was down. I was confronted by a strange force, and it told me a little bit more about myself. It said something about me being its greatest creation. Um, and it said I was its magnum opus, and it could return me to battle, but at a great cost. It didn't let me accept power for something in exchange, and well, that's how I returned so powerful, but I imagine the consequences of that decision will probably come back for me, and I wanted to make sure everyone knew.
What did you give it?
More.
Or what?
I, that's the thing, I don't really know. More of myself, maybe? I was desperate. But it appears we are the consequences gang, so
Jericho starts smoking again.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna bring out Maple. Pets the cats.
Gotcha. Maple will just like silently purr as she just kind of settles in on your lap,
Powered by purring.
powered by purring.
I am going to get up and look for my friendship bracelet that I imagine was lost when my skin fell off.
Yeah, you're away from that area now, but I'm sure that you picked it up before you left.
Okay, gotcha.
I think Destrana is giving Henrietta scritches. I think her gaze is constantly shifting, like, between Newton and Gwyn, trying to... concerned about both of them in very different ways.
Gotcha. Then you would see Newton kind of sitting around the fire, just kind of poking at the flames. And, Gwyn would be... What would you be doing, Gwyn, actually?
I think just sitting a little farther away from everyone else, facing away from the fire and looking at those clouds.
Gotcha. Then they just kind of idly roll in the distance. Occasionally, light comes from within the clouds. But there is no lightning, Gwyn. There is no thunder. They just hang. And even now, as the stars are fully out in the sky, it's about 10 o'clock at night, the caravans still move under torchlight, trying to make as much distance as they can.
I think he's just gonna keep staring kind of at the clouds, kind of off into space.
Okay.
I think Destrana's gonna go sit by Newton.
Okay, and as you
Oh.
go sit by Newton, you would actually notice that by Newton, there is a hawk made out of, like, metal and bone that's just, like, sitting on a tree above him that Newton is occasionally just kind of, like, glancing up at.
Is that a friend of yours?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure, at least.
How, long has it been watching you like that?
He's been here for the last few minutes, just kind of chatting.
Oh, he's been chatting with you?
Yeah. Just chatting. Apparently he came since I, well, I guess he kind of knows stuff like that.
Does he seem to be... does the hawk seem to be looking at me at all, or is it just kind of, like, fixated on Newton?
Yeah, it's looking at you, yeah, as you come around.
I think Estrana will just kind of call out, hi there.
You can see the hawk just kind of flies down in front of you and looks up. Oh, he says, I guess hello? His name is Michael? Michael David?
Hi, Michael David. It's nice to meet you. I'm Pastrana Himura.
But see, the hawk just nods.
Do you want any food? I think we have some leftovers.
The hawk shakes its head.
Okay. Do you have any friends out here with you? Or is it just you?
And see, the hawk just kind of looks around and then looks to Newton. I guess he's alone. Kind of lost his friends. And I guess he kind of knows a thing or two about dying, and so he came over and he noticed that I was alive, and we got to talking. He's kind of interested in what's been happening.
Can I do some kind of insidey spirit check on this hawk?
Ooh, what do you want to know?
I guess if it... Newton's kind of making it sound like it's just kind of, like an innocent, friendly observer. I guess I'd want to know if it's, just kind of moseying along, or if it was sent by, or if it's spying or has some other ill intention.
You can make a physical, mental, or spirit check, up to you. The check that you decide to do will change potentially the information that you get, but...
Okay. I think spirit most aligns with what I'm trying to glean from it.
Gotcha.
Would Farmer's Wisdom proc for this?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna spend some hero points on that.
Okay.
Do I want to do one more? I'll do one more. One success.
One success. Then, looking at this hawk, it's not breathing, so you don't really think it's alive in the traditional sense. Although it doesn't appear hostile or anything. That's all you get with one success.
Okay, well, sure. Yeah, I'm, perfectly happy if you stick around with us for the night. I don't think any of my friends will mind.
You can see the hawk nods and will just fly back up into his tree.
Interesting guy. We've been meeting a lot of those.
Yeah, I guess so. Lots of interesting people.
Yeah, I mean, I've been feeling out of my depth, but I don't really know why I'm here. Gwen said it was just accident, but I mean, Anya, Jericho, that they were accidental, but they seem special. I don't really get why I'm here with them.
I don't know, maybe because you just make things catch on fire.
Maybe. I don't know. But that never used to happen before. I just... Well, I guess you guys are the closest I've got to home right now, but...
Yeah.
I think Estrana's gonna just kind of fall silent, but I do kind of want to try something with the fire. Um, can I actually look at the power real quick? I guess maybe it could fall under molding fire. Can I try to kind of manipulate the flames into kind of like just a small shape, like the little butterfly floating up or something? Kind of making something out of the flames?
Sure, make a mental check.
Yippee. I'll leave it at that. One success.
There's a small shock of flame as like this tiny ember of a butterfly flickers out of the flames for a moment.
I guess if I have to set things on fire, it'd be nice to, make pretty things like that.
Look, Astrana, I just got killed and I just fought Gwyn. Like, I'm sure your fire is really cool. But this whole entire thing is so crazy.
You're right. I'm sorry. I I kind of wish you... Well, not kind of. Well, I wish you hadn't died. I know you wanted to be a hero, but you shouldn't be put in that danger for us.
What are you saying?
You shouldn't have to be our shield. I mean, you didn't ask for any of this. You've been kind and you're our friend, but I don't want you getting hurt because of us. I mean, you got hurt, Denora got hurt, even Fred got evaporated, Thaddeus is dead. I just don't want to see you added to the people who get hurt because of us.
Yeah. I get that. And go ahead and make a spirit check at benefit 2, Astrana.
Okay. Benefit 2. That's just greater than 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey! Full successes, which is just 2.
Roll d6.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Roll d6.
No, there's... Cool.
Roll d6. Keep going until you fail.
Okay. Another success. Another success.
This is insane.
Roll this well when it matters.
Oh, you're so locked in right now.
Are you saying this doesn't matter?
No, I'm kidding because I love you so much.
Uh-huh.
This is when it's all cashed in.
Yo, did you sneak Shannon's lucky potion?
Okay, it ended.
9.
Not Christ.
Can see Newton will nod and he'll take a moment. Then he'll look up at you and smile. Yeah. Well, I promise that I'll be more careful, and I won't put myself in that position.
Thanks, dude. I'll give him a hug.
He's gonna give you a hand and kind of like keep you at a distance. I'm sorry, just I'm not in a hugging mood right now.
Oh. Gotcha.
I'm gonna go take a walk just to, clear my head a bit. But
Okay.
thank you, Estrana.
Yeah. Enjoy your walk.
And Newton will go and he'll take a walk. Is there anything else you're trying to do after that, Estrana?
I think she'll just kind of sit and stare into the fire. She might, out of curiosity, has Michael David kind of left to follow Newton, or is he sticking around camp?
He left to follow Newton.
Okay. That's... I'll let it be. I'll just keep staring into the fire. Kind of try to keep an eye out for when Newton returns, though.
Gotcha. Anything else people are doing this night then, before bed?
I'm gonna try and pull out my cauldron one last time to make a brew,
Okay.
if that is alright.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try putting the Tears of a Widow, Starlace Web, and the Void Ember into the pot.
Gotcha. Then go ahead and roll 2d10 for me.
Alrighty. That's not right, sorry. Oops. 12.
Gotcha. 12. Then, as you go ahead and, wait, you can see there is a bubbling and boiling within the brew. As you look at it twist and shift, rolling over and over and over on you, kind of take a step back as it starts to flash all of these iridescent colors, and the rest of you in camp would see it as well, as Anya just kind of watch it tensely until the mixture becomes kind of like this deep violet with these sprinkles of starlight within. And then you can see as it compresses into the form of a potion. And as it kind of sits there, you kind of go up and you fish the glass vial out. What this potion does is that when someone drinks it, it makes it so that they cannot talk and they cannot see. They become invisible for 4 hours. Additionally, it completely erases their mind.
Oh. Okay, okay.
Sorry, someone was trying to call me at almost 8 p.m. at night. Can you repeat those effects?
Yeah. Makes them mute, makes them blind, makes them invisible for 4 hours, and completely erases their mind.
Fantastic.
So if
Beginning.
Gwyn starts getting weird again, I guess we can put a leash on, feed her that potion, and factory reset.
I still have the potion that makes all powerful creatures around want to kill you. I have multiple things to feed to Gwen.
Thanks, guys.
Give someone a 2-for-1. Fuck them up big time.
I know what to trade with
Give him the
Granny
old
Craft
1-2.
Bone. I don't. I'm beginning to think I have no talent for potion making unless I want to make a horrible, awful potion that only does bad things to you, except for that one time.
I think that's called poisoning.
But yes, this potion, it's quite interesting. It makes it so you can't talk, see. It makes you invisible for 4 hours, and it erases your mind completely. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't have tried brewing when I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. Maple, do you want to cuddle?
You can see Maple nod. Yes, please, I do. It is my demand.
Then I shall grant your wish, my lady. To the tent.
And Maple will go ahead and prance over to the tent.
And I follow her, for her wish is my command.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to feed her a potion of I can cuddle you.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to feed her the mind erasing potion. I was like, what the
No!
fuck?
That would have been insane! I would never do that.
I'd be like, is this the heel turn of the century? What the fuck?
Actually, fuck you! I hate cats! Nah!
This is all a grand ploy.
So yeah, I just gave you something to clip and use out of context if you want.
That's gonna be the YouTube short that Colin uses to promote his channel.
I hate cats!
I just sort of say to the group, are we doing watches tonight?
I'll take a
I
watch.
think it's a good idea, but
Yeah.
I don't feel well.
Okay, I'll take the last one.
I could take. Has Newton come back yet? By the way,
No,
how long has it been at this point?
20 minutes.
Oh, okay. I can take the first watch.
I'll take the second watch.
Maybe Anya could take the second watch instead.
Anya, you asleep yet?
No, I'm still cuddling the kitty.
Can you take the second watch?
Yes.
Good.
Alright. Gwen just kind of nods and turns back around.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, Anna. I love you.
I'm crying.
After checking that, Jericho is also going to head to his tent to go to sleep. The Gwyn's words still echoing in his mind like they have been since she said them. I brought you all here.
Mm-hmm. And I think Piero would kind of like pop up. What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking a lot of things. But one of them is that I am so proud of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did my best, boss. I mean, you're always helping me out. And, man, I'm not much of a fighter, but... Whew. I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, I'm glad you're okay, buddy.
You're the best pocket around, boss. And hey, if you need anything else, he kind of pulls out his sword. I got your back.
I know you do, buddy. I still hope it doesn't come up that much.
Yeah. Boss?
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to go home?
I'd like to.
Do you think Gwen could get us home?
Maybe. She doesn't seem to know how she got us here, but who knows? Possibility.
Okay. Oh, good night, boss.
Good night, Piero.
He'll kind of tuck in.
I'll sort of lay him in my jacket next to me and then fall asleep.
Gotcha. Anything else with you guys then? Or are you ready to go ahead and take a watch, Astrana?
Real quick, Ron, Gwen's gonna be staying there for a while tonight. She's just gonna be sitting outside. And can I see in my chest where the panel opened up to show the Breestone?
Like in your current form, it's not like specifically there, no. It's like covered by like flesh and stuff. But like you know the general area where it would be.
I'm not gonna do anything with that yet. I just wanted to check.
Okay.
Alright, then that's it. Gwen's just gonna sit outside and be sad.
Okay. Then, Astrana, are you doing anything on your watch?
Nothing specific. I think she'll just kind of keep an eye out to see if Newton comes back eventually, and if not, she'll let Anya know that he's still out on a walk.
Gotcha.
But other than that, she's just keeping watch.
Then yeah, you wouldn't come back while you're on watch. But you could let Anya know.
Okay. Then I will.
Mm-hmm. Then Anya, is there anything that you're doing on your watch?
I just have Maple with me because that creature can see in the dark.
That's very true. That
Keeping an eye out
Hmm?
for Newton.
It doesn't come back on your watch.
Oh no. In that case, I will let the next watch know.
Gotcha. I believe that's Jericho.
So, how long has he been gone at this point?
He's been gone for like 5 hours.
What the...
Or sorry, 6 hours.
Hmm.
Can I, since I'm out here on my watch, I'm still like awake, right? I'm just resting.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing Newton not come back for a few hours, could I use searching subroutine for Newton's glasses?
Yeah. So, he's not within 1 mile of your location at this point.
Okay. I will tell Jericho that.
Damn it, I had something I wanted to do with this today. Okay. I guess I'll agree.
Okay.
Where did Newton go?
You see flashes of a vision. You see a road heading east. You see kind of almost like on this road, thorns growing as someone makes his way down it. Then you see a flash of Lofalutin. Then a flash of a family of like leopard gecko people sitting around a table, like eating and laughing. You think after Astrana's conversation, he's going home.
Okay. He went home.
Oh. Oh. Maybe that's for the best. I can't believe I did that to him.
When can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You brought us here? Or was that your mother?
I mean, she was the one who wanted me to do it, but I think I opened up the portals that took us here. So I think that would mean that I did it.
Okay. Then I have 2 more questions.
Of course, yeah.
Can you get us back?
I will.
Do you know how?
I think I can open up a portal again. I don't know if it'd bring us home, but I might be able to open up portals if I can figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Might just be within the Skybound's lands.
Which brings me to my second question. You brought us here. Your mother wanted you to bring, well, not us, but Alfie here. Where is here?
And do I know any more about the Skybound lands now?
No, you just know that it's a place away from the rings of Meropis.
Then I'll tell Jericho. I don't know where here is. I don't know if my mother might know more.
Like, okay, so no more details. You don't know if we're on another planet, somewhere else in the stack.
We're away from the rings of Meropis, I know that.
All right. Hmm.
I'm sorry, Jericho. I know I keep saying it, but I'm sorry I don't know more. Sorry I brought you here. And I will get us all home. I'll get you all home.
I appreciate that, Gwen. Truly. But, I get the feeling we're gonna have to take some long walks down some dark paths before that happens.
I know. But I hope you all know I'll still be with all of you. I can't let that happen again. I won't.
When the issue is that I believe you and I trust you, but that was not you. And I I don't know how much you can help it.
I really don't either.
I mean, we can, like you said about the updates and stuff, we can take precautions, but that's gonna be what there are is precautions. They're not gonna be certainties.
I might have to start digging in more around me. I want to see if I can talk to the Breezestone.
Think that works that way?
I don't know. I can use magic now to speak with items.
Hmm.
Maybe I can give it a voice and talk to it. It's part of me.
Maybe. Um, I do just want to say this, that regardless of everything else and the facts that we're gonna just have to start dealing with going forward, I am glad you're back.
You, Jericho?
Yeah.
I feel I don't know how to make it up to Astra, and I feel terrible. And she's never looked at me like that, and
Wait, it was a bit of a shock.
I know. I know.
I have no idea what we can do about that, except give it time.
I just wish I knew who I was, what I am.
I wish I could give you those kinds of answers. But
Fortunately, I feel like the only one who can give me any sort of answers is Morgan. And I don't know how to feel about her anymore.
well, from the way you tell it, she wants to, I don't know, turn Alfie into a battery.
I don't know what she's gonna do to me when she doesn't have use for me anymore. Because I'm not her daughter.
Do you know anything about her daughter?
Really? I've always been told that I am Olwen, that I'd remember who I am with time, and I never could. I knew she went on travels with Morgan through Shalvaden. I know she died, and I know Morgan wants her back, and she must have been pretty damn special.
You know how she died?
She was murdered. Not by Morgan, to my knowledge. By someone who used to be a friend.
Hmm. I
So
mhm.
I kind of wish I knew her, because
Huh?
it feels like she's kind of my sister, and I've just never met her. But sometimes I blame her for everything.
Oh, part of everything is you existing.
I kind of blame her for that too. Sometimes I hate her, sometimes I miss her, and sometimes I wish I was her.
You know, I feel like some would call it weird to miss someone you never met, but I think it is.
It's I miss someone I never met, and I miss the person who's trying to kill all of us.
Oh well, sure is. It's bound to make some conflicting feelings.
Yeah. If there's anything that I can do to make up for what I did, just ask. Anything.
I'm sure that sort of thing will come to time. Uh,
Glad you're
listen,
safe.
I I do want to just sort of reiterate. I don't, I don't distrust you. You and me, we have no issues. It's but this, it's what's around you.
Yeah.
But hey, we've all found ourselves in equally strange environs, so maybe I'll get used to that too.
I hope so. Could I speak to Piero for a moment?
Yeah,
And Pyrrha
I'll
will
sort of.
climb out.
I'll sort of like lean down to his level and just say, "Thank you for shutting me down. You're
Oh,
very brave."
I'm, I'm sorry I didn't, if it, hurt or anything, because I, pulled out. Is it, like, you hot? Oh, I'm not
I
really
think so.
sure. Well, thanks for, being back. And,
I'm just glad you're making good use of that sword, being a hero and all.
well, you made it, so it's a pretty good sword.
Of course.
It's,
But thank you.
yeah. It's good to have you back.
Good to be back. You two should probably get on your watch if you have nothing. No other questions for me?
I'm good, boss.
Yeah, me too. Uh, you can get a few more wings there, Pierre, if you want.
Yeah, thanks, boss.
He's gonna climb back into your pocket.
And I'll just sort of take a sit down and keep a watch.
Okay. Then, as your watch continues, Alfie, we
Yes.
find your dreams. Within them, You find yourself standing amongst this great landscape filled with these blood red crystals that rise from the ground. As the sky occasionally thumps with light, you see this great swath of land filled with these strange creatures. They have this almost like black, desiccated flesh on them as they stride forward on two limbs, with faces almost made of like mycelia and like this bioluminescent, like fungi material. There are hundreds of them as they roll through towns and villages, as the wheat seemingly gets absorbed into their bodies as they just trudge forward and onward. As they go forward, moving, they're heading east. And at this point, Alfie, your vision moves, shifting. As then you're standing in front of this massive tower that's constructed almost to be in the form of this great windmill. The doors are shut, but from it you hear this meh, meh, coming from the windmill.
Kiwi? Can I try to open the doors?
Sure, as you go forward towards these doors and kind of like grab hold, they feel so incredibly hot, Alfie, that it like burns your palms just at the touch.
The handles are hot. What about the doors themselves?
It's like this entire tower feels like burning hot.
Can I hold my cryomancer's grasp to try to cool down the handle?
Yeah. As you like hold the handle, it's not necessarily you cooling down, so you like just drawing all the heat as it passes into your body, as the entire tower just becomes ringed in kind of this ice. And then it's cool.
And can I open the doors?
Sure. As you go ahead and throw open the doors themselves, you find yourself carried inside to a lab unknown. As you walk through, you see electricity running through this place as a series of machines run hot. You see all about there's incense, piles of materials, and in front of you, you see this great device with a sphere inside of it. The sphere is made of glass. And as you look inside this sphere, you see the gibbet, as energies like running through the body of this creature.
Does he look okay? In pain?
You watch as the silvery black surface is constantly stretching out, moving, shifting, as it almost looks like a wave sign. The gibbet's movements, spasms of different forms as it continues to flex and move.
I think Alfie will try to kneel down in front of the gibbet. We're gonna try to get you out.
At this point, You then hear footsteps as you see a familiar woman walk in as she begins to go ahead and hit different runes on great contraptions. She pulls some levers as bursts of like this bright orange energy start to course through the gibbet. As you can see, like it, parts of it are getting pulled apart. It's like cheese, Alfie. These strands that are trying to hold this creature together as it continually flexes and moves to different forms. As you can see, different bursts of energy go out from this device. And you can see it goes into different chambers. You see weapons made of gold start to be made. You see as various mechanical parts are created, as Morgan Onwin just kind of nods. Oh, very well, very well. Here, we need more production. Let's turn this up to 5. And as the orange energy increases, Alfie, you sit bolt upright in your tent, just in like a cold sweat, breathing heavily as your prophetic dream ends. It's about 7 a.m.
Can I go wake up the rest of the party?
Sure. As the rest of you kind of look around, Jericho, you see Alfie run out of the tent and start waking everyone else up.
Alfie, what's going on?
I had another dream, but it's the Gibbet. This time he's being tortured. And used to create some kind of mass of weapons for Morgan.
I help wake up everybody.
He's east, I think. Some kind of
Did
windmill.
you see where?
No, it's some kind of windmill, though. He was being pulled apart, and his creation abilities were being used for what she called production. Like he was just some kind of battery. This, whatever she used to harness it, hurt him. Pulled him apart. I'm not sure that it's east, but it's definitely some kind of large windmill.
I
Did
believe
it
it's
look
east.
like a temple?
Did it?
It was just like a massive tower, essentially. Looked kind of like a windmill.
Oh, not an actual windmill. I apologize. It was more of just a massive tower.
So did it have blades or no?
Did it?
Yes, it had blades.
Oh, okay, I thought so.
So maybe the farmer's temple?
It's possible.
Alright, let's go, I guess.
Did Newton ever come back?
Newton went home.
Home.
Oh,
Yeah, he went home.
Is he okay?
What do you think? He died yesterday. He went home to his family, okay? Honestly, I'm happy for him.
He does deserve some time with them, especially since he spent so much away when he was home.
Like I said, I'm happy for him. Ecstatic, even. I'm glad that he has a loving family to go back to and spend time with. But right now, we have other shit to deal with. So, let's go.
maybe get us closer east. I could maybe open up a portal.
Do you know how to do that specifically? Carefully?
Oh, and I'm assuming since it's in my items, I know how to open up a portal.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know anything more about what would happen if I opened up a portal?
No.
Okay.
Are you sure you can place it correctly?
I think I can go somewhere we've already been. I don't think I could get us all the way there.
Okay, so what? That was that the
No, for sure,
base
until
of the
I
mountain,
try.
or
Either base of the mountain or Lofalutin
I wouldn't go with Lofalutin. We'd have to. It's
so
not a straight
base
shot.
of the mountain. I think I could get us there.
Can you
Gonna
get us
pull
and
random people through with you again?
I hope not, but I can only know if I try, and if you guys don't think it's safe, then I won't.
Can you bring fishing pole with us? Can you do this?
I cannot stress enough, I have no idea.
Do you know if? Okay, so you don't know if there's a person limit.
I know that I may open a breeze portal to a place I've been in the Skybound Lands. Or a place tethered to the Skybound Lands as an action.
I think we
I
need to
can.
move. So I say do it.
I'll look towards everyone else.
I think so. We should do it.
For the gibbet.
Let's give it.
Anya?
Well, I'm not going to stop you.
And I will try to open up a breeze portal to the bottom of the mount.
Yes. Then, as you reach out, all of you watch as this brilliant blue light begins to extend out of Gwyn's chest as the breeze around you all begins to increase dramatically. And space begins to shift and alter as all of you fall into the sky. Shoop! As you are twisting end over end, going up into that bright cyan blue. At this moment, Alfie, what are you thinking as you are just drifting amongst the clouds?
Not again, not again, not again, not again, not again.
As you are like twisting, Alfie, you look over and you can see Fishing Pole just go, bah, bah. As, again, like this horse is like flipping over and over.
Oh god,
That horse is gonna be a pain to hear.
this is dead!
No.
Oh no, fishing pole!
As Estrada, like you're holding Henrietta, who just looks at you. Estrada, we're falling again.
I know.
Estrada, will you get impaled?
Oh,
Probably.
valid question.
Estrada,
Yeah.
why do we keep falling?
Because Gwyn has a weird rock in her chest
Can I have a bug to eat?
when we land.
Okay. You can see Henrietta's just flapping her wings.
And I'm keeping the tight hold of her to make sure she doesn't flap out of my arms.
Okay.
Last time I fell, Fred was there.
Mhm.
I assume he's still baking like Enora was last time she died.
Yeah.
Like, is he here?
No.
Okay.
Death grip on my cat. Death grip on my cat.
Yeah, you hear her like screeching, I
Anya! Anya, I did not consent to this! What is going on?
I didn't see either! I don't know what's going on!
I do not like this! I am an indoor cat! I am an indoor cat! Indoors!
I hate this.
I am outdoors! I am the most outdoors I can be, Anya! Anya!
No, I hate this too! I'm an indoor person!
Why are we outside? Why are we outside? I hate the outside!
Why are we outside? I hate the outside!
It's like Mabel just vomits.
Imagine
Into the jacket or into the air, because that's important.
Into the air, hitting fishing pole.
Oh,
Insult to injury.
Um,
Can I pet fishing pole to make him try to feel more calm?
in mid-air?
before he is paced.
It's like when you use them as pets, you have to hold them and keep them calm.
because even if I was hurtling towards my death, if someone, petted me a little bit, I think I'd be chill about it.
Did you have something, Jericho?
Yeah, I think I'm just sort of like, as soon as I feel the gravity shift, I sort of tuck the section of my jacket that Piero's pockets in and like fold my arms over it to keep him secure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just sort of, when I feel the gravity shift again and we start actually falling down, I'm gonna look for something soft.
Well, see, here's the thing. You are teleporting to base of mountain.
Yeah.
Oh
Is
god.
anyone really close to me while I'm falling? Like within grabbing distance?
Not everyone, no. Like, it's like you guys were arrayed around the camp, and then as you begin to, like, try and open the portal, you just, as all of you fell up.
Is anyone within grabbing distance?
I would think probably Jericho is.
I'm going to grab Jericho and hold on to him and activate my anti-crash update.
Okay.
And hope that helps the both of
The
us.
rest of us are just based.
I don't think I can save all of you.
Well, as you activate your anti-crash update, go ahead and make this would be spirit check at benefit 2.
Okay.
I'm so glad you took that update.
Honestly, he's paying
You know, I like-
dividends now.
I think we cleared out all the trees around this area, but it would be really funny if Astrana finds the one singular tree.
Did you say benefit 2?
Benefit 2, yep.
That's awesome. 2 successes.
Roll again until you fail.
Okay. I'm gonna use a hero point
Okay.
for that. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, look at that.
This is gonna be the only successful spirit check I ever get, guys, by the way.
You know, this would be a good one to get, though.
This would be a really good one.
Exploding damage, or not exploding damage. Exploding rolls are so satisfying.
It's gonna keep going.
So do we know why these checks are exploding?
To just see.
Okay.
Um,
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
that's
7,
12.
8. Okay. 12
As
successes.
Yep. As all of you are falling, you can see the ground coming up to meet you. There's like rock, kind of like rolling hills, the occasional tree, and as you're trying to like guide, Gwyn, there's another pulse from your chest. The wind rushes up to meet you all as all your coats begin to give off this iridescent glow as very easily and softly all of you just glide down to the base of the mountains, falling on your feet, as even fishing pole is just like almost like with a crane set down onto the ground, and just goes, "Hey!" Is like just starts like walking around in a circle as a nervous horse would do.
I will let him do that. I'm not continuing to pet him. I'm just gonna let him calm down a little.
Okay. But at this point, you've landed. 10 days of travel instantaneously.
I'm just
Okay.
clutching Jericho with one arm still in panic.
Okay, can we have a warning next time instead of it just doing it?
Well, I
Like a
mean, we
3, 2,
did
1?
this. In fairness, we did decide to do
I
it.
told I asked all of
Yeah.
you.
I think this one's fair play. In all honesty,
Thank you for not impaling me again.
Yes, thank you. I guess.
Anya is going to walk over to fishing pole and try to get the cat vomit off of him.
Yeah, Alfie's gonna go
No, it flew
somewhere
off of him
private
long
and then
ago.
throw up.
Okay.
Okay. We're good. We're good.
Can I find like somewhere that has some bugs crawling around, like beetles or something, and release Henrietta upon them?
Sure. As Henrietta just starts like flapping her wings everywhere, going, "Bugs! Bugs! I like bugs! Bugs!"
I'm
Yeah.
just
Have fun, Henrietta.
I'm just imagining if Anya opens her coat even slightly, you can just see Maple stuck to her side,
Mm-hmm.
like fully puffed out, tail fully puffed out, like claws dug in.
Oh yeah, completely dug in.
Oh wait, this is a really, really stupid question. I know we just did that. Um, do you think next time we could go to the forest over yonder where we found the breeze stone, the real one, and then use that to get to where we need to go?
we didn't find the breeze stone.
Didn't we? Or
No,
not the breeze
we
stone,
We
the
just found a
tunnel.
weird archway.
Yes,
yeah,
the
we found the
archway, I'm
breeze
sorry.
way,
Breeze way.
and the
And
breeze
then we use
way.
that.
It might have only activated because we had Gwen with us.
Take a hero point for that.
Luckily, we still do.
Yippee.
Do still have Gwyn with us.
At this point, Piero like pops out of Jericho's jacket.
I'm glad about that, but can we? I don't know. Gwen, is there a way that the flying could be a little bit? I'm not a bird.
I will try my best to next time. Give us a nice, grounded portal that doesn't involve falling out of the sky.
Okay, thanks, Chief.
Yes. Do they have fantasy drama mean?
Do we have some pumpkin we can mash up? I don't know if it works on rats, but it works on dogs.
Or peppermint? That's that. Oh yeah. Wait, where does peppermint grow? Can we see if there's wild peppermint around?
There is not. Peppermint does not grow at the base of the mountains.
Fuck.
Shit, what herbs did I pick up? I have a list of them somewhere.
Can I offer a quick while we're reeling still, may I offer a quick prayer to the gibbet?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
guys,
our
give
way.
it torture. We should keep moving.
We're on
Yes,
our way
let's
a
get
few
going.
days out. We'll be there soon.
Let's see.
Yeah, not a few.
13,
We're away.
19,
Several days out.
22 days out.
22 days out. But we'll be there as soon as we can. I think we know where you are, and we'll do everything we can to get there quickly.
Gotcha.
Listen, I know we just did the whole free fall thing, but if do we want to try Alfie's hypothesis? Because I'm pretty sure with the breezeway, we just thought about going to Lofalutin because that's where we were heading. So
Exactly, that's why I think we could use it almost as like a... I don't know, we could try.
as far as I can tell, was the travel instantaneous?
Like, it was pretty instantaneous, yeah. Still seem like early in the morning. Sun hasn't, like, risen at all.
Now,
We
I
could try
the
going to
only
the breezeway,
reason
but if I portaled again, I don't think I could save us from falling.
I was about to say, I don't know, like how far it's how well the landing's gonna go this time around.
We can.
There were a lot more
Out of
trees over there.
character, is this a once per complete rest thing or a once per session thing?
The breeze portal appears to be neither, but anti-crash is once per session.
Okay. We could always start traveling east, and after a little bit of rest, maybe we could try the breezeway.
Start making progress. Okay, I guess, yeah.
And if it doesn't work, we just teleport back to where we were.
Yes, but then we'd lose also a day of travel. If it didn't work.
But if it does, we save 22 days.
Yes.
Well, let's just start moving for now. We can
Yeah.
decide this when Gwen's actually rested.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, by the way, can I ask a question? So, Alfie,
Yes.
in your dream, what exactly was happening?
The scene was a weird red crystalline landscape with these large myconid creatures marching east. But then it shifted into what I described earlier, a windmill of sorts, burning hot, and I could hear the gibbet behind the door, so I cooled down the tower, opened it, and looked into some sort of laboratory. I could see the gibbet in this sphere, glass sphere, and he was moving. There was energy making him pulsate like sine waves. And I'll squiggle my arm in the motion.
Mm-hmm.
Then Morgan walked in. She did something on some sort of machinery, and the energy intensified, making the gibbet scream like I've never heard him before.
So,
And these golden weapons were being created.
so are we assuming that the Scrim Bimbolo delivered the gibbet to Morgan?
Mm-hmm.
So Morgan made it? Maybe?
It did look
possible.
kind of like mechanical, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
If I'm mistaken, didn't it also say capture Elfeka?
Yes.
It seemed to have a vendetta against Alfie for sure. Maybe I misunderstood what Newton told us about the Scrimbimbolo, but I was under the impression that was like an existing folktale.
It's possible that it's an existing folktale because of how long Morgan's been around. I don't know how long that is, but
I was about to say,
Or maybe she heard about it and made something like it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Colin,
possible,
do
but
I
Hmm?
have
sorry, go ahead.
any? Do I have any memories now of the Scrimbimbolo or a similar type of creature being built by Morgan, or seeing anything like that?
Not that creature specifically, but Morgan did constantly like mess with you, like trying to give you like improvements, and even like normally you remember that, like trying to like tweak some things here and there so that you would remember sooner, or like having like these assistants that would go around and help her, whether in the laboratory or heading into the hellscape that is Shah Vaden.
Like, so I guess my question is, if she made it, and it was in order to feed on the folktale of the Scrimbimbolo, we all noticed that, like, it cut down all the small trees so all the small number of leaves would go away. Because of the weakness the Scrim Bimbo is meant to have within the story. Why would Morrigan program in theatrics?
That's a really good question.
And if it is just her invention, and the Scrim Bimbo was her machine from the go, why have that be its weakness? Or maybe that's not its weakness. Maybe she just... That's the story that got spread, so people thought there was a way to defeat it. I don't know.
You take a hero point for that, Jericho.
Thank you.
I'll look sadly at our plant cutting that I think we still have.
Estrana would have still been taking care of it, yeah?
I would assume so, yes, although it's been through a lot.
It just fell from the sky.
Yeah.
Should
Poor
we
thing.
begin to offset our deforestation by planting it?
It is one plant.
Let's begin.
I'd rather keep moving. If you guys want to stop for a minute to replant a tree, I guess.
I'm assuming this conversation is happening while we're walking.
I thought I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Each square's a day, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not moving it.
When... listen, I know that your memory of this sort of thing is spotty, but your mom got the Breeze Stone from where?
Colin, I assume I don't know where it came from.
No, you don't know where it came from. You remember, though, you were on your own, wandering, when your mother approached you, activating your protocols, and switched in this new power source that she stole. And with that new power source, she was hoping that you'd remember. That you'd come back. That Olwen would come back. Didn't end up happening. But from then on, she'd reveal her experimentations with this new place. How she discovered this new world. And perhaps with its new magic, she could make this work. She could make, finally, the right circumstances for you to remember, Gwyn. It's kind of like this obsession. And essentially, from the point that that Breeze Stone was in, you've been significantly more powerful, certainly. But yeah, she got the Breeze Stone. Put it in your chest. That's all you know.
Do I know what my power source used to be?
Your power source used to be a series of like arcane batteries that she used for her other automatons.
You run on AAA batteries.
Pretty much.
Alright. Okay. Then I'll tell Jericho, I'm not sure where specifically she got her hands on a Breeze Stone. I know she was hoping the Skybound Lands would be the answer to bring back Olwen. That's
Okay.
all I know.
Alright. So... we can either work under the assumption that she got the Breestone from here, and has been here before, been here for a long time perhaps. Came back, gave that to you, all that. But I don't know. Because Closet has apparently a decent supply of your mom's gear. And when we first got here, Newton said that Closet was the one who messed up the Breestones. So, are we thinking that Closet gave her the Breestone that's currently in your chest?
It's possible. They could have been working together in some way. He helps him with his machines and he gets her a Breestone.
Maybe. We are so stuck between two options here. One is that she's been here before and they sort of established this trading relationship then, or either her or Closet was able to send objects between, but not people, and that's how they did their trading. How they communicated. It's um, but
Possibly.
yeah, but I remember when I was messing with the Dreamer's Sand that even mental messages couldn't pass back to the rings without a Breestone. So, or at least what I assumed at the time it's a Breestone. And
Maybe I could use the Dreamer Sand to contact someone back home.
I mean, you have a Breestone.
Yeah, I'm not sure it would work, but I could try. I know that's not entirely what you're getting at, but just
No, I mean, it was
if
just.
anyone would like me to contact someone back home, I could try.
Oh, we got about a month of hiking, so.
I am also wondering if we're returning all the Breestones back to where they should be, what might happen to me.
Hmm.
Well, you ran before the breeze stones, so I imagine if you had another power source, you would run after the breeze stones, right?
I assume so. It'd just be a matter of getting that sort of power source. And I don't want to keep this thing. I want it to be back where it's helping more people. But
Well, we're currently walking towards the lab of someone who apparently has access to these sorts of power sources, so who knows, maybe we'll find something.
yeah, it's just something I've been thinking.
You showed me a little bit of how to work on you. I could... Maybe if you walked me through, I could try to do something like that.
Also, luckily, as far as we can tell anyway, your power source is not strictly necessary for your memories to be intact because we took it out of you and put it back in and you were still yourself, so I don't think the transfer process should be that risky, hopefully.
Dude, if I had a nickel for every time that we had somebody powered by a blue stone that they didn't want inside of them, and we had to find an alternate power source for them, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
To be fair, you made one of those things happen yourself, but
But it's weird that it happened twice.
Gwen,
Mm-hmm.
I listen. I'm a detective. I work on intelligence. I need you to tell me everything you can about your mother.
I can try. I can give you what I know.
Please do.
I mean, I know she was an artificer. She worked in Shaveden. She frequently made trips down through Shaveden, which is quite a feat. She likely made the Scrimpimbolo. She might have other automatons on her side.
Let's see if we can get a bit more detailed here.
Mm-hmm.
After you were built, what did she do on a regular basis? Like, I don't know, did she spend all her time working on you? Did she sell to people? Did she buy from people? What was her sort of daily activity?
I think she used to be more in the business of selling her work buying from people, but after Olwen died, I think she turned fully into her work. When I was there, it was all working on me, going down to Shaveden, trying to get Olwen back all the time.
Were you all stationary or did you move?
We were stationary. We stayed there. I left, but she had always stayed before she found me. Although apparently she may have found me more than once. I just didn't remember. But for the most part, she stayed there in Shaveden.
Colin, can I use note in the sleeve?
Sure.
I would like to use it on Morgan.
On Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose what you would get then is... Well, I'll ask you, is there anything in particular or like a category that you would like to try and get?
I don't... So... I guess... Methodology.
Methodology.
Does that make sense?
Elaborate.
Okay. So, from what Gwen has told us, and from what I got from the notebook and everything like that, her goal is to get her daughter back.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know if the sort of means... Like, I want to know what her method is going to broadly be. Is she aiming for a sort of dominion? Is she trying to conquer and that's going to help her along her goal? Is she going to remain isolated and just tinker with the gibbet and what it can make?
You think that her first attempt, Gwyn, at reviving her daughter was more so a attempt to just build something to house the spirit, to bring her back. But Shaveden is a very weird place. And what happened to that daughter might just go beyond a physical death. The methodology you think is to build not just a case, but almost like a prison to trap the soul, to rip it out, to reform it, to finally contain it and bring it back into fruition. That takes a lot. And it seems like Olwen is like iterating piece after piece, trying to get that next leap in technology to make that soul prison just a bit better, just a bit better. Trying out all these different ideas. Maybe the device just needs more time to cook. Maybe it needs more experiences. Maybe something else will jog the memory. No, that wasn't it. Now, it seems like she's hooked on something here in the Skybound lands. And at the very least, will continue iterating on it. Where those iterations take her, that's anybody's guess. But for right now, her belief is that she needs Alfie to iterate.
Do I think that she has abandoned, in this iteration, has she abandoned the sort of moving, walking, talking platform of Gwyn?
That would be a significant loss. And based on what Gwyn has said, Gwyn was always supposed to, like, kind of be with Alfie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Gwyn was never specifically, like, attacked by the Scrim Bimbolo or anything of that sort. And was always, like, helped in different ways. Almost kept safe. So, you don't think the platform has been abandoned. In fact, now you could probably go out on a limb and say, now she might be more concerned than ever. Because her hold on this thing that could revive her daughter is broken. If the platform is gone, what's this all for?
Mm-hmm.
And always the most panicked person that you encountered, Jericho, when you were hunting someone down trying to find them, was someone backed into a corner who felt that they had no options but one. That is the most dangerous person.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you get.
Got it. Got it. All right, folks. We got time. And we got time to plan. We need to be careful about this. If it's possible for us to do it, I want us to be surgical.
Of course.
Because, we're about to walk into a lion's den, but worse than that. It's a lion who is starving and is trying to save her cubs. She'll tear us apart without a second thought. So we gotta be careful. Right now, she activated Gwyn. Gwyn went full retrieval. There's no more hiding behind ifs or maybes. Gwyn now knows what she's trying to do, and why, and how. Which, Gwyn, means that she thinks that you don't trust her anymore. Which is true, I would hope. Meaning she's lost you as an asset. And that has unsettled her, to say the least. She's backed into a corner and she's desperate. So this is a thing we have to do. I'm not saying we back out, I'm not saying we turn around. We have to do this. but we gotta be careful. Because if she made Gwyn, if she made the Scrimbimbolo, I have no idea what this woman is capable of.
Well, it looks like we have a long walk to plan things.
And Tattercoat.
Alfie. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Alfie, do you think that if I were to try, I don't know how well I can do this, but I can try, maybe we can start trying to aim your dreams?
I can try. Yes, that's what I tried to do last night. I was thinking about the gibbet a lot, and so I tried to aim it a little bit more.
Let's do some practice tonight when you go to sleep. Let's see if you can aim for the building. I want to see if maybe we can use this to find traps before we get there.
Okay, I can try. Yes.
Before we do this, we need intelligence.
I was thinking tonight, could one of us use the dream sand to talk to Newton? Let him know that even though he's gone home, he's safe and loved, and we're happy that he's okay. And we're happy that he's with his family, recovering. So he doesn't feel like we don't care that he left.
I think that's a great idea. I would love
Preferably
to,
not
but I don't know
Gwyn.
if he would want to hear from me. I know.
I think it should be either Astrana or you, Jericho. Both of you seem to have developed the strongest bond with him, and I would love to do it, but I'm trying to aim that prophetic dream, and I don't know that I can do both.
It might be better if Jericho does it. My last conversation with him was... He had a lot on his mind.
Yeah, try.
Gotcha. So then, you guys are going to attempt to put in a day of hiking. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. And then, after that day of hiking, Alfie is going to attempt to go ahead and focus on the location, correct? Looking for traps?
Correct. Sorry, I was muted.
Okay. Then, Alfie, as you head to bed for the night, I'm gonna want you to go ahead and make a mental check to see how well you can focus.
I will do my best. Okay. Before I go to bed, can I think about something real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna use Faithful Fortune, on odds to see if I put Beatty's necklace in my flask of water, and as well as an ounce of sunfire resin, and essentially made sun tea with it, like soaked it together, if that would upgrade its level.
Okay. So what's your call again?
Odds.
Odds. Okay. Let's see. No, wouldn't upgrade its level at all. You would make it so you'd have some tea that could be drunk to lower your cold. But
Sure, let's do that.
But you need an artificer. Like, you would burn the resin. But, like, an artificer would be necessary to actually, like, go in and perfect it some more, you know?
Okay, gotcha. Just curious. I will, however. Now, is the necklace necessary for that tea to be made?
No, 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 no.
Okay. I will burn an ounce of sunfire resin to make that tea.
You know what? Fair
While we
enough.
travel.
Yeah.
And I will name it Sunfire Tea. Sunfire Sun Tea.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then I will focus.
Gotcha. Then, mental check.
Okay. That is going to be... Ooh, I'll use 2 hero points on that.
Okay.
Okay, 1 success.
1 success. Then, as you go ahead and focus in, Alfie, you attempt to learn more, and as you kind of dive in, focusing, the face of Morgan flashes across your vision momentarily before you find yourself once again like outside of this large tower-like structure that you would now think is indeed the farmer's temple. You would be able to look at it, and over the course of your travels, with 1 success, I would allow all of you over the next week to ask 1 question each about the defenses of this temple. 1 question for each success rolled. You don't need to do it now, but it's basically you are going ahead and diverting all of your prophetic power, Alfie, into this place, into this thing. And that's what you will be up to. Now, though, for the others, you are trying to dream sand Newton, correct?
Yeah.
And who again is trying to go in specifically and do this?
That's me.
That's you. Okay. As you go in then, you sprinkle the dream sand, and you think about Newton. As you go in, you're pulled into this dream that seems like a very nice dream of Newton at this small fishing hole on kind of like the side of a mountain. The pool is crystal blue in color, and as you sit there looking, Jericho, you're probably about 100 feet away. And as you're there, you would see that there is a person there talking to Newton. He's got these 2 black crows on his shoulder, and he's just sitting next to Newton, having a general conversation. And you can see he's laughing, pointing at the water, generally just being super charismatic.
Can I hear what they're talking about?
From here, no, it's like you should be able to at least hear something, but it's completely muffled.
I will start walking up. Can I like summon things in the dreamscape?
You can certainly try.
Can I try and have a fishing pole?
Sure, like you summon the fishing pole, and at this moment, like as you're going forward, at a certain point, you're not making any more progress. As you keep going, and then you see as like Newton himself freezes, like just completely still. As you go ahead and like take a look, you notice that the man who's talking to Newton does not freeze. In fact, you see the man slowly turn to you. Jericho! LeChance! Or is it Shigara? Hello!
Hey,
To what do I owe this pleasure?
just came to check in on a friend.
Unfortunately, I don't think he wants to see you.
Well, you seem to know my name. May I ask you yours?
You can just call me the Necromancer. And I'll just call you Tattercoat Knight. And it's here we will end the session for today. As all of you can go ahead and take a level up.
Oh boy.
But
Oh boy.
over the course of the next week, you can send in your questions as you head towards the Farmer's Temple, as Alfie will be conducting routine surveillance of the premises, outside and inside.
Yeah, I gotta think about that bit.
Mm-hmm. And
And about who the hell this guy is.
yep, and then we will go ahead and pick up the next session just so you're ready, Dalton, with your conversation with this necromancer.
Okay.
Seems like a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a quick question about his
Oh my
appearance?
God, that can't be said.
Sure, you can ask a question about his appearance.
Did he seem to have any insignia, coat of arms, distinguishing features on his clothing?
He did have kind of a small insignia hanging kind of from his chest plate, as he's kind of wearing more of this very fine armor. But you didn't get a good enough view of it where you're at there. The necromancer seems to be keeping you at a distance. And Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, I also have a question about his appearance, real quick.
I'm worried.
Is he single?
Damn it.
That's what I was gonna
Oh
ask.
good lord.
Well, you can certainly try and go find that out.
Hey, Jericho, while you're
You
in
have
there,
to ask. You have to ask.
Okay, let's find out if this person is good or bad before we start thirsting.
But is
Who
he
gives
single?
it?
Oh my god, I give a shit.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, good or evil, we can thirst.
I want to ask some
True.
baseline questions.
Can one of them be is he single?
Good lord. I'm gonna put you all in a box, floating down the river.
Is it a nice box?
I thirsted over Radovan. He's probably maybe better than
We
Radovan.
all thirsted over Radovan.
Okay, the box has a little towel on the inside, so it's got a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, but the box itself is a really old wicker basket, so some of the pieces are torn off, so it's kind of poking you.
Oh.
Yeah. And the lid is on.
Oh.
Taped shut.
Oh.
I will be cooked.
Thirst
Thank you for the session,
responsibly,
Colin.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Welcome to the new season, guys.
Yeah.
Excited.
I'm
Yippee.
starting to
Let's-
think my mom might be evil.
You
You're
think?
starting?
Maybe.
You're starting?
I'm
You're starting?
starting to think.
Save our friend. And then after that, maybe also save our other friend if he needs it.
I think the answer is yes.
Okay, let's go save our friend and then also go save our other friend.
And again, I will say this: this individual seems to be distinctly human, Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you're thirsting, isn't it? Because he's the first human.
He's not the first human, and Nora was there, and so was Morgan.
Morgan is our friend's mom.
I'm not gonna thirst over my mom.
Anna's
And-
not, but the rest of us can MILF.
You guys are all free to thirst over
I'm
my
not.
mom.
I'm not
I will not
thirsting
be
over your mom.
participating.
I want to be
And
clear. I'm not
Nora-
thirsting over your mom.
Honora is like your personal ghost friend.
Yeah.
I assume she's like your pet or something. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, I was thirsting over her.
So was I.
You know what?
There
That's
It was
acceptable.
basically a coin flip on whether Elfie considered her like a spiritual spouse or not.
And
I
is
see.
she single?
I guess so.
Keep that in mind.
By the way, Colin, do the birds on his shoulder look normal?
I mean, they have red eyes, but otherwise, like they seem to be kind of normal, but there is something about them. They might be undead,
Okay.
but their
So
body
is sort of in that
kept in fine condition.
is sort of in that like uncanny way. There's something off.
Yeah, it's like they've been taxidermied.
Gotcha.
Oh, I have a question about the dream sand.
Okay.
Do I know do I have to like know the person personally that I'm sending a dream to, or like if I was going off of I want to send a dream to Jericho's sister, would I be able to do that, or do I have to like know her more?
Let me check here for this. So, I will go ahead. It is just a creature. So,
Okay.
yeah, for this, like if you have an understanding, like, okay, this is a creature, then you can send the dream there and like manipulate it to your will. But if there's like not a creature like that, then Now, if you send a name, like you're like, all right, I don't know this creature, but John Smith, I send the dream to you, and it's like, okay, there could be a ton of John Smiths about.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, more direct the better.
I send this dream to the nearest big booty bad bitch. Please respond.
I send this message to the hot single in my area that wants to see me. I saw it in a newspaper posting.
I got it in one of Gwen's pop-up ads.
I'm sending this to whoever likes pina colada and getting caught in the rain.
I am also now imagining just eyeballs with pop-up ads, and it is hell.
You got Clippy in there?
Oh.
Yeah, this is why I refused to get the brain chip.
This is why we need to get Gwen an ad blocker.
Did you lose
And,
your
like-
pencil, you dumb fucking freak? Sorry,
I thought
that's
you were
about
talking
cat.
to me. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
You
No,
dumb
sorry.
fucking
Sorry.
freak.
Aw. Man.
It's like, damn, that came out of nowhere.
You and your stupid brain ads. Get a life.
Just because I killed that and Newton that one time.
Okay.
God
All right.
forbid